Good morning, student. Our topic for today is presentation package, and which we're still going to talk about Microsoft PowerPoint. And in our last class, if you remember, we talked about uh, PowerPoint, and our objective for last week is just the ribbons. So let me quickly. So is the ribbons, then which we talk about. We talk about the PowerPoint environment last week, and the aspect we try to touch is the ribbon, the quick access to, and the backstage view. But today we're going to talk about, we're still going to talk about PowerPoint, and the aspect of PowerPoint we're going to talk about today is just how to open, close, create, and save a presentation. Then we also talk about the view mode, which are normal view, the slide sorter view, the outline view, the slideshow view. Also, we talked about layout, that is PowerPoint layout. We also talked, we are going to talk about how to insert the graphics objects like pictures, images, draw objects into our master slide. Then also we are going to talk about creating slide content. Use short, that is, if you're creating slide content, it needs to be short. It needs to be you need to minimize the number of text you use. Okay, to some extent, it's always good for your pictures to speak rather than the text. Then we are going to format text as well, which is we're going to do font size, how to change font size, then font size and all. Then applying text formatting, that is bold, italic, underline, and shadow. Then different colors. We are going to make use of colors as well. That is, apply colors to our content. Just like as you can see on your screen, let's just assume that you are the one that make create this slide. You realize that the objective there is in red color while all the text are in black color, which they also include, which they also have numbers. So let's proceed. I know that to some of you, you might be thinking that, oh, what kind of thing is this? That's the colors. If you realize the color, the text formatting, and how to apply it, all this, even how in the insert graphic object, all of them are still applicable to the way you use it in your Microsoft Word. Not only in Microsoft Word and some other um, some other applications as well. But most especially if you're good at Microsoft Word, the PowerPoint presentation, that is applying colors, applying text, then inserting objects in your presentation shouldn't be a problem because it's just the same way. Now, then what is PowerPoint? With the little explanation here, PowerPoint files are called presentation. PowerPoint files are called presentation. So a new presentation will be created for a new project. That is, if you want to design a new project, for instance, your topic, in as much as we are treating every different topic every day, it means that a topic is a project. So we are creating different uh, presentation for each project. Different presentation is being created for each project, which can be either using the blank, that is the blank page, or you use the template. The blank page in the sense that it's just for you to create an empty slide and an empty presentation without anything. No text, no color, nothing is there. So then you'll be the one that will create everything there. You'll be the one that will add text, you'll be the one that will add color and do some other little things. But in terms of templates, Template is just like ready-made stuff. It has been created. The only thing you just need to do is just for you to modify it in terms of maybe the color in the template. You don't like it, change the color, or maybe you add text, or you change the text, the font of the text, or the text style and all. So, but template is just like a ready-made, is ready-made. So as a result of that, if you're using templates, the stress you're going to undergo will be reduced to some extent. So if you want to create a presentation, we have different way of creating this presentation. So one of the way you can create it is just to go through last week we talked about how to open presentation, which you can open presentation from different uh, stages, from different places as well. Maybe from the shortcut icon on the desktop, or from the uh, shortcut icon at the taskbar. So anyone you use there is all for you to double click, it will open. Then as it's opening, you will see different. So in this one now, for number one, you can see select a file tab to go to a backstage. You understand what we mean by backstage? Backstage is when you click on your file tab. If you click on your file tab, what you're going to see next is your backstage view. We talked about quick view last week, the ribbon, the quick access to, and the backstage view. Those are the environment of PowerPoint environment. So backstage view is just the third one. And for you to be able to work with the backstage view, click on the file. You can see the pictures, the upper picture. If you click on the file tab, then the next thing you're going to see is the other picture at the bottom of the upper one. So which is still going to look like this, in as much as you're using Microsoft PowerPoint 2013. So this is what you're going to see. And select new on the left. If you create new, the interface, you're going to see the interface, you create new. Then click on blank presentation or choose a theme. So blank presentation is this. And mind you, theme is different from template. Theme is different from template. So uh, the the if you click on the blank page there, you see blank. That is what I refer to as blank presentation. So a new presentation will appear, which is this. If you click on the blank page, a new presentation will appear. So as I mentioned earlier, I explained templates. So here I define that template here, that a template is a predefined presentation which is used to create a new slide show quickly. That is, if you want to quickly create something, if you want to create a presentation so fast, you make use of a template. Then templates often include custom formatting and design. And templates save a lot of time and effort when starting a new presentation. So to create a new presentation using templates, create a new presentation using templates. What I want you to observe is all these things, they are meant to be practical stuff. For the fact that it's meant to be practical, I that is why I was able to put the pictures there. Normally, if we're to see one-on-one, it's not for me to tell you to say that, okay, this is what we want to do. Okay, to create a new presentation. Then while you're on your system, I'm on my system, as I'm doing it, you'll be looking at, you try to observe me, then you're going to do yours. But I will also encourage you, while you're at home, you can still do the same thing. Even if you are not doing it right now, but if you can, revisit this video, you will, as in the pictures there will direct you, because I make it to be so simple to the extent that even if you are alone, you can be able to work with it. So click is to create a new presentation using template. Click on the file tab to access the back view. On the File tab to access the back view, then select New. Select New. That is, click a suggested search. At the top here, at the top from the first image, you will see search for online template and theme. Search for online template and theme. So if you click on that, you are going to create, you are going to type in the kind of template you want. Maybe the template is meant for business. Just type business. It will give you options. That is, you can see, we call them suggested search. So already you have some things there. We have business, calendar, chart and diagram, education, medical, and nature, then photo album. So even if you don't want all these, if you click on that search, type whatever you want there, anything you want. If it's not part of the Microsoft, if it has not been created by Microsoft, or maybe it has been created, but the uh, the parameters that you use in searching is not what they use in saving the document. You might not see it, but at least I will bet you that there is nothing that you are looking for that is not there. There is nothing, there is no kind of presentation. It might not meet up your taste 100%, but at least if you modify, you just need to modify it to your taste. So then select the template you want. For instance, if you click, if you click on the business, another view will pop up, which is any slide that's really, all the slides related to business, all of them will pop up. So you can just choose any one that you want. You can view them, you can preview. Preview in the sense that you can search, once you click on it, it will bring out, it will load all the presentation in such a way that you'll be able to view each and every one of them. So while designing your presentation, you will realize that, or if you have seen some presentation, you realize that the first is always different from the rest. The first slide, which is the front page, is like the front page of a book. So which contain the designs and some other things. It's always quite different from other slides. It's quite different because it's the first page you're looking at. So as a result of that, as a result of that, you will need to modify the rest. If you need to check the rest if they are up to your taste or not. If they are not, if you can edit it, fine. Then if you cannot edit it, fine. Another thing you can also do is you can create your own template as well. You can create your own template, either from the PowerPoint in itself, or you can design something different entirely. Then it should just be in form of a design, then bring it to PowerPoint. So after that, you will try to modify it in such a, you will have designed somewhere in such a way that it should be up to your taste and bring it to your presentation. Then you started using it. So we call that a template as well. So then in the next slide, which is this. So select a template. Since you've selected anyone, then the next step is a preview of the template will appear. That is, the next thing you are going to see is this, is a image on your screen right now. So a preview of the template will appear along with the additional information on how the template could be used. So as a result of that, you will check it if it's up to your taste. If it's not, then you leave it. And another thing you can also check or to observe to know if the presentation is okay or not is the number of stars that you have there. From this one now, you can see that we have, like, out of 5 stars, we have 4 stars for this presentation, for this template alone. So, and 27 people has voted for this slide, for this presentation, that is okay. So that is why it's having 4 slides. That is, out of the people that preview this presentation, maybe they are 35 or 30. At least 4 of them were able to testify to it. I think some of them were able to testify to it that it's very much okay. Then click create to use selected templates. So once you click create, it will load to your presentation, to PowerPoint. That is, it will be part of it. It will load up in such a way that you'll be able to use it. Then a new presentation will appear with the selected template. So that is that, and that is how to create a new presentation. Then if it is how to save and share your presentation. First of all, I would like to explain save and save as. Save and save as. So these are two different things. Save and save as. First of all, I would like you to explain to me how you can differentiate between save and save as. If you have any difference, what's the difference between save and save as? If you you can raise up your hand so that I can unmute you, then we can talk. Abiba. All right. Save and save as.
Me?
Yes, Abiba Daudu. What is different save and save as?
Save as is the name, like what you want to save it as, like. Then save is like just saving the file.
It's okay, thank you. Let me hear from Edwin. Abdulatif.
Save is to save it normally. Save as is to save it as whatever you want to save it as.
Repeat it again, please.
Save is to save it normally. Save as is to save it as whatever you want to name it.
It's okay. You try, but there are still some unique thing that you need to mention. Okay? Any other person? Nifemi, are you there? Nifemi? Nifemi? All right. Alessandra.
Sir?
So, difference between save and save as.
Save is like, save as is for when you just saved it. Save as you can change the name. Save is just to save the changes you made on the That's all, sir.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. It's all right. Let me quickly explain the difference between the two. Okay. You see, save. If you save, you create a new presentation. Then, if you click save, it means you are saving it for the first time. You need to enter new name and file location for the first time, for only once. Okay, only once. Then subsequent save on save. While you're saving, subsequent save, you don't need to include name, that is file name. You don't need to include file location. But in save as, in as much as you're clicking save as, if you click save as 100 times, you are going to include file name and file location 100 times. I think that's the unique thing about them. File and file location. Okay, from my definition here, save, when creating or editing a presentation, the save command is used to save your changes. So file name and file location are choose only once. Okay, file name and file location are choose only once. But in save as, file location and file name will be choose every time. Each time you're making of save as, you continue including file name and file location. Yeah. And another difference is that save as is used to duplicate documents, while save is not used to duplicate documents. Okay, I believe you get that. Okay, so as I said earlier, for the presentation that I prepare, is this is what I have to prepare. But I realize that it will be good for me to explain the rest. That is the rest of it. We've explained this number one, that is open, close, create, save a presentation. But what about the view mode? In one of your questions, one of the wire question, this is one of the things they ask. And please, the reason for using this 2013 presentation package, which is PowerPoint or Microsoft Office, is that if WAEC want to set your question, that is either WAEC question or GC or NECO question, they set your question based on the current presentation, the current package. Okay, in previous package, we don't have 4 view in your presentation. We only have 3, which is 2010, 2007. Initially, although I checked 2007, I don't check 2010, but I'm very sure we only have 3 view in 2007 and 2010. But in 2013 and 2016, we have 4 view, which are normal view, slide sorter view, outline view, slideshow view. Okay, your view mode, where are they? Where can you get them? At the bottom, of your presentation. If you can see my mouse, if you can see my mouse right now, wait, okay, let me ask this. In your charts, if you can see my mouse, as in the cursor of my mouse, you can just type yes, let me see. If you can see my mouse, type yes at the charts, okay? I just want to know if my mouse is visible. Okay, that's good. Alexandra, yes, that's good. Thank you. Okay, that's what I want to get. Thank you very much. So if you can view my mouse, you will see at the bottom there is red. There is one red, just like red tab where you can view your number of slide, the number of slide that you have, the number of slides you use, that slide. Then if you look at the right hand side of that same place, you will see notes, comments, then every other thing that look this, and I'm using my mouse to touch them. These four are what we call view mode. We call them view mode. If if you click on each one of them, okay, I just wanted to encourage you. After this class, you can just use like 10 minutes. I'll try to finish this lesson like um, like 8:45, so that you can be able to do these little things maybe for just like 10 minutes. Okay, if we're through with this presentation, just try to work with this. Just type anything on the presentation, create a presentation, type anything there, and click each one of them to see how they are going to look like, how your presentation is going to be presented to the audience. Okay, for instance, now if I click on this is my slideshow view. We can see slideshow view in 2 places. Number one is this down here. Number 2 is when you come to slideshow at the tab is one of your tab. Slideshow is one of your tab. If you click on that, you see your slideshow, or you come here, you see your slideshow. If I click on this, it should be bolder. And the tab, all my slide that is appearing at the left hand side, you will not observe them. Let's try that. Okay, you see, I just click the slide view right now, but you realize that it's very bold now, and is more obvious than the previous. So if you want to move out of this slide, out of this view, is just to press escape key. You press escape key on your keyboard. Okay, if you press escape key, you will come to this view. This is also a view, okay, and which we call it normal view. Okay, what you are seeing right now, or what you have been seeing before the slide view, is what we call normal view. This is normal view of presentation, of PowerPoint presentation. Also, if you click the next one, which is slide sorter view, you can click on this. You can see this. It's display each of the slide on the screen, each of the slide on the screen. So that is what we call slide sorter view. And also we have the read view. If you click the read view, it's almost similar to the slide view. But what I just observed is not as big as the slide view. And also, what I also observe now is maybe I should be making of this slide view because
Okay, everybody, listen to me. Not write irrelevant things to chats. NTIC organizes school management. Now, Halima, especially you, I'm warning you last time. Otherwise, you will be blocked. Last time, I'm warning you.
it's all right. So let's proceed now. Please don't write anything that is not relevant or that has nothing to do with this, with our presentation. This is a class. It's just like you're in a class and you are making noise. Please, okay? Try to concentrate. Thank you. So I think it's better we continue making of this read view slide because as it is, I can view my other view rather. Then I have the button to view the previous, button to view the next, and also in between the button to view the in between the previous button and the next button, which is where my mouse is touching right now. I have another thing in between, which we call it menu. Let's click on the menu and see what we have, which is this. On a good day, this menu here, if you are in a present, you are on presentation view. This view, for you to see it, you need to right click. For you to see this menu, you need to right click. Let's try it. I'm clicking on slide view right now. Slide view, which is this. So now, if you observe, there is nothing on the screen apart from your slide. There is nothing. But if for me, if I to view the menu, I will need to right click. I will need to right click. So if I right click, my menu is coming out. And for you to move out of this presentation, out of this slide view, you need to press your escape key on your keyboard. So which we have this. So as I said, let's continue with normal view. So that is view. I just explained the view right now. Then layout, PowerPoint layout, PowerPoint layout. Let me PowerPoint presentation layout. So this, if you are to view the layout, look from your ribbon. Under the slide, you know, the first thing is under the tab, then we have some group. As I said earlier, we have group. Each of the menus are grouped. So we have clipboard group, we have the slide view. Under the slide view, if you click on the small button, small arrow that's facing down, you will see slide layout, slide layout. So if you click on that, you see the kind of view, the kind of layout that we have. The one I'm using right now is just one of the layout. Even apart from that, let me just, for you to understand layout, you see, layout is just like part of your plan. That is, if you want to plan anything, you need to, for instance, let's use, if you want to build house, what thing you need to do is to, is to, is to design your layout, the layout of the land. You need to map the layout, design the layout in such a way that you know what the contractor is going to build for you. For instance, now, where your bedroom is going to be, your kitchen, your toilet, and all. Okay, the layout will explain everything.
Let's move that guy. Nickname. Nicknames manage persons. Okay. That guy. Nickname. Which? That guy.
It's all right. It's all right. So that's the definition for layout, or that is a simple analogy of what layout is all about. So layout is just how your presentation, how you want your presentation to be. Okay. Now, for instance, let's me um, let me create another presentation entirely apart from our class presentation so that we can just try to work on something. Okay. I want to create another presentation, new presentation, so that I can show you how layout look like. Okay. For instance, now, if uh okay, it's okay. Let's do it like this. From here now, from what we have here, I want to create another layout. Okay. So this layout, let me click on this. Okay, you can see what this is bringing out. Okay, this is another layout. That is, what I have earlier is one layout, now is another layout. Okay, each of the layout, they have names. Okay, like this one is title slide, this one is title and content. What I'm using earlier is title and content. This is section elder layout. We have two column layout, which is what you have on your screen right now. This is two column layout, which is this. We have comparison. If you want to compare two things, that is, if I ask you, like what I asked you earlier, that what is different between save and save as. So the difference between save and save as, if you are to present it, you use comparison. Then we also have title only. If you use title only, it means your content will not be there. What you are going to have there is just the heading, only heading. That's why we call it title only. Then we have the blank. Blank is the one without anything. There is no title, there is no content. The only thing you have is just blank. So what I use this blank for, this blank layout, what I use it for is maybe if I want to insert images, or I want to insert videos, or any kind of object that I know is going to occupy the whole of the slide. So as a result of that, I will make use of only blank. I'll make use of blank for me to present that. Then this, we have content and caption, in the sense that caption, maybe there's some little ones that is just you don't want the audience to see. You make use of caption, just like as we have it here. So although that is caption if you're using it in one or in another content, but in the aspect of this, I hardly make use of this particular layout. Okay, so I don't know how the caption work in case of this. So in this one, picture and caption. Okay, this is my caption, okay, which is going to explain the picture in here. If you can see, if you observe that what the only thing you have here is just picture icon, okay, that is why it's bringing out picture. It's just picture icon. Now let me change it back to my title and content. So that's why I'm still able to maintain this, which shows that at the end of your presentation, you are through, you are done with your presentation, you can still change the layout. You can still edit the layout of your presentation, okay? Let's quickly check another thing, which is inserting images, objects, image object, sorry, inserting graphical objects, okay? So graphical object, like pictures, images, draw object into a master slide, okay? So the pictures, the draw object, for draw object is the one that is being the one the image that is being drawn by you. So you can also insert it into your presentation. Like for instance, now I want to draw. Um, okay, for instance, if you want to draw the image of, or you want to use shapes to draw an image. For instance, if I have, let me see if I can be able to do something. Let me include another slide, which is this here. Then the only thing, because I want to draw, let me use only content, which I can delete this, the heading, I can delete it, and for you to make this one, the content, for you to make it cover the whole slide, you can move your cursor to this part, okay? You can see that if you move it to the edge, it will change. So as a result of that, just hold it and drag it up. Hold it and drag it up to your taste. So you can be able, it can be bigger. So then I can delete everything, every other thing on the screen. But mind you, this one, it cannot be deleted except you choose blank presentation, blank layout. Okay. So if I want to insert anything now, I want to insert shapes, this, I want to insert this, which I have this. Then if you want this thing, this circle, if you want it perfect, you want the perfect circle, let me delete it. I'm deleting it right now. Okay, you want it a perfect circle, what you just need to do is just to click on this, click on the over shape, hold down, hold down the shift key. Hold down the shift key, you'll be able to draw a perfect circle. Hold down the shift key, you draw a perfect circle. Okay, perfect circle. Hold down the shift key and drag. Okay, hold down the shift key and drag, you'll be able to draw a perfect circle. All right, that's that. Then you can equally format this. If you remember last week, I mentioned something about contextual tab. Tab, which I said that these are the tabs that if you are not working on a particular object, you will not see them. As a result that we are working on this object, which is circle, we have format tab, okay? That shows that for you to be able to edit this object, you need format tab, okay? And what are the menus we have in format tab is what you can see on the screen, okay? It's what you can see at the tab at the menu, which are grouped into insert shape, in case I want to insert more shapes. We have shape style. Shape style in the sense that you can see that as it is, this one now is colored, okay? It's colored, and if you want it to be transparent, you can choose anyone, you can choose one here. We have many of them here. So which, if I choose on this, you see, as I'm moving on each one of them, the circle is changing, okay? The circle is changing. At the upper part, the circle, the inside of the circle will be transparent. That is, it will be painted with white, okay? Then if you click on any other one, the inside will be painted with another color. So it is white, doesn't mean that it is transparent right now, okay? As time goes on, we are also going to talk about the transparent aspect. But this line of the circle, if you want to change it, that is when you need to come to shape outline, okay? Either you don't want line there, because I'm on this, my mouse is on no outline. You cannot view the circle anymore. The circle is there but not visible. Is there but not visible. If you want it to be visible, let's change the shape style of the circle. Let's choose this, then, and let's change the outline to black. If you observe, you will see that the outline is black. But for what the reason why I change this to black is that I want to show you how no outline, how it works. No outline, I want to show you how it works. So if you move on this now, the black will disappear. You can see the black is no more there. Okay, and you can also change it to red and any other color that you want. Okay, but what I want now let's change it to black. Okay, let it remain as black. And also the inside is like you are painting. Then if you don't want to paint anymore, just click on no fill. No fill. In this case now, you can see that it's transparent. Okay, you can see the background of the slide. So, and meanwhile, while we are choosing shape style, if you click on anyone, even if you choose the white, you cannot see the background. Those icons, small icons there at the background, they are not visible. So for you to make it visible, it's better to come to shape fill and say that no fill, no fill. Okay, I have just like 2 minutes more. I want you to ask question. Okay, I have just few minutes more. That's 2 minutes. I just want you to ask question. If you have any question, let me see your hands, please. Any question? It's all right. So I cannot see anybody raising up his or her hands. Okay. Timilai, are you trying to raise up your hands or what? Timilai,
No, no, no.
do you understand? You get everything, right? It's all
Yes.
right. Thank you. Thank you. For today, I will not give you question because there is a particular question that I want us to treat, which is last year past question. Okay. I can't remember if it's last year or last year. I want us to treat that past question. It's all about presentation, okay? So that is what we are going to, after maybe in our next class, I will just give you that, then we use it as your homework, okay? It's not something so difficult, okay? And I also have some objective questions, which we are going to uh, treat that same day as well, okay? Since there is no question, I think we can call it a day. Thank you very much, okay?